Brodes Media.
I am pissed! Pissed! I am pissed! Where do I begin? Let's start very 1,000-foot view. You're facing the Mets in Queens, the team that beat your ass in the NLDS last season. You're going into their stadium. How? How is that the way that you show up to the ballpark? We're at the point now where our manager can't even get a challenge in on time. Granted, Nick Castellanos was out by 1,000 miles, but that shows you the lack of urgency from the guy you're supposed to lead. I listened to his post-game press conference. I swear to God, I had a right hook ready to go to square up with my damn TV because I couldn't believe what the hell was coming out of his mouth. You know what he had to say? My hands are getting tight. My fingers won't even loosen up. They won't loosen up. I can't talk. I can't stand this team. He said, it's all just random. Marte broken bad. Random. Pete Alonso. Romano threw a pitch that caught too much of the plate. That wasn't hit to Mars. Random. Stott in the 10th. Just didn't get the ball deep enough out in right field. Right center field, wherever the hell it went. Random. Random! That's not fucking random! Your team's not good enough. How many times have we seen them fail with runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs when you need to pour on runs? That 10th inning is a disgrace. That 10th inning is a joke. It is a serious issue that Kepler and Stott can do more damage. They couldn't get an extra base hit in this game. They did nothing. Their offense was non-existent. Wheeler got rocked off of what? Beatty? Beatty rocked him for a 2-run blast. Luckily, somehow, they were able to knock in some runs to tie it up 2-2. But I believe the 8th inning was the first time they had a leadoff man on since the 5th, which was their only time getting a leadoff man on. You're never going to succeed that way. And with all due respect, all right, to these nice pitchers, again, I'm going to have this same damn conversation about these guys that I had last year with Sean Manaea. I mean, guys like Canning? You're making them all look like Cy Young winners. Elite of the elite. This team is filled with bums. Here's how the main meat and potatoes of this order went in this disgusting Game 3. Trey Turner, 1 for 5. His paycheck should not go right into direct deposit. Bryce Harper, 1 for 5. Kyle Schwarber, goose egg. Nick Castellanos, 1 for 4. And you know what? I actually feel bad for JT. JT's 0 for 4 today. By the way, I don't want to not give him his round of applause. But here's the truth. I think JT gave everything he had to the game, but the nature of the beast is there's wear and tear that happens with the catcher behind the dish, and this isn't his fault. When Nick swings it trash after trash after trash, your fault. When Trey Turner sucks and then shows up to the park and sucks and then shows up to the park and sucks, your fault. Your fault. Being a 247 hitter, going 1 for 5, 1 for 5, 1 for 4, your fault. You can control that. You can be better. I don't think JT can be much better anymore offensively. This is just what happens to guys that pitch as many innings as he has or caught. Did I say pitched? I don't know. I'm mad. I'm mad. But this is what happens to a guy that catches as many innings as he catches throughout his time in Major League Baseball. Oh, we saw some fire. Guess I'll use some air quotes. Out of Rob Thompson today when the Edwin Diaz balk nonsense went down. You're telling me, Rob, out of everything that's transpired so far this season, and you know you only get 1 or 2 of those moments all year. I said it was truly a once-in-a-blue-moon thing from Rob, and you do see it here and there. It's very, very minuscule. It's very, very minor. It's very, very calculated, and it's very, very rare. But once in a while, he will pop in the I'm pissed off and I don't accept your BS type of let me get into the manager or the umpire's face type of moment. That is what ticked you off most so far this year? You're a joke. This team's a joke. Now, I didn't have much faith in them going to Queens and winning this series. Did I expect them to roll over and die? No! I should have. But there was actually a part of me, because when the game goes on, I start to talk to myself about how exactly I'm going to lay out this pod. So I actually thought when it was 3-2, Bryce takes third, and then Nick Castellanos puts one into left field. They don't even care that Bryce takes third in extras. I thought, you know what, there's a good chance they win this game. And I'm not going to be happy by any means, but at least you didn't get swept and you win a Zach Wheeler start when there's a lot of pressure to win this game, to have an off day and set yourself up with whatever you can squeeze out of a win like this to salvage not getting swept before you head to Wrigley. I thought they were going to win that game. They had bases loaded in the 10th, damn it! Get a run! Get 2! You know what? It doesn't even matter. Because if they got 2 or 3 runs in the 10th, Romano's pitching. And Romano is going to get crushed. You had to use Jose Alvarado for a bunch of outs, the most he's pitched in 4 years or so. Listen to me right now. They are so bad with bodies in the pen. They are unfortunately going to wear out Jose Alvarado. You know what everybody says about the record, the ones that are optimistic? They say it's only April. Relax, there's still 100 and something games to go. It's so damn early. Think about the way that Jose Alvarado has to be used. And by the way, we got, speaking of bullpen, we got Dave Dombrowski before the game trying to sell us. Hey, we put together a nice contract for Jeff Hoffman. He just wasn't ready to buy into it. Please. Dave, you have not earned my trust. You have not earned my respect. You lost my respect. So I don't buy a damn thing that you say about Romano, why you went that direction, allowing Hoffman to go to Toronto. No way. No way do you think you're really going to vomit out your ass and I'm just going to be here to eat it up. No! Your bullpen outside of Romano today. Strom, Jose. This is what happens when you have the only very small amount of guys that you can rely on, but this is what happens when you have the guys that you can rely on after a Zach Wheeler start. And there were actually a couple of moments when Zach was out there. He falls behind 3-0 to Vientos. He gets the punchy anyway. He falls down 2-0, gets a big out. He falls down 2-0, gets a big out. And I'm thinking, here we fucking go, Wheels. You go to Strom, you go to Jose. Wow. Crazy what happens when you have actual reasonable guys on the bump. The second it's anybody other than that, you lose. And by the way, your offense sucks. Sucks. They suck. The offense blows. I mean, it's unbelievable. Where's the power? They did the exact opposite. They went from we mashed too much to we're hitting this little tiny little dick. They're hitting like a tiny little dick up there. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds right. They're hitting dinky doos all over the field. Little inside out poke jobs, little random up the middle singles, which is fine occasionally when it's all you ever do. Where's Bryce? Now, truth be told, every time I say something like this over the Bryce Harper tenure here in Philadelphia, he normally rises to the occasion and shuts me up within seconds. So I'm doing this with a plan. I'm doing this with an idea that maybe he wakes the fuck up and in Chicago, he does something nasty. Maybe a walk-off grand slam. He does something that's unbelievable. Whenever I start to say, where are you, Bryce? Can you wake up, Bryce? Can you be a leader, Bryce? Can you put this team on your back, Bryce? And, spark them. But they need a real spark.